17 years after its debut, Twilight remains one of the most iconic supernatural franchises ever created. What began as a modestly budgeted adaptation of Stephenie Meyer's debut novel grew into a global obsession that reshaped young adult storytelling and defined an entire era of fandom. Across 5 films, Twilight, 2008, New Moon, 2009, Eclipse, 2010, and Breaking Dawn Parts 1 and 2, 2011 to 2012, the series turned a combined $401 million investment into an astonishing $3.3 billion at the global box office. Critics may have been divided. The franchise averages a 48% score on Rotten Tomatoes, but its impact was undeniable. At the height of its cultural moment, Twilight wasn't just a movie series, it was a movement. From teen novel to global obsession. When Stephenie Meyer published Twilight in 2005, few could have predicted how deeply her story of forbidden love would resonate with readers. Set in the misty small town of Forks, Washington, the saga of Bella Swan and Edward Cullen blended supernatural fantasy with universal teenage emotion. Unlike sprawling, complex sagas such as The Lord of the Rings or Dune, Twilight kept things simple and relatable. Bella's awkwardness, sarcasm, and social unease mirrored the experiences of countless young readers, while Edward's brooding mystery offered the perfect fantasy contrast. The combination of small-town intimacy, accessible storytelling, and timeless romantic tension proved irresistible. The books didn't just sell millions, they sparked a cultural wildfire. And when Summit Entertainment acquired the film rights, even before the first book hit shelves, the studio knew it was sitting on potential gold. The perfect storm. Why Twilight hit at the right time. Timing, as it turns out, was everything. In the late 2000s, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series was nearing its finale, social media was exploding, and fan culture was evolving faster than ever. Platforms like MySpace, Tumblr, and early Facebook provided fertile ground for fandoms to flourish, and Twilight arrived right in the middle of it all. The movies gave the internet a brand new obsession and an endless source of debate. Team Edward or Team Jacob wasn't just a fandom rivalry. It was a generational identity. Online polls, fanfiction, memes, and parody videos filled every corner of the web. The casting only amplified the buzz. Robert Pattinson, best known then as Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, brought smoldering intensity to Edward. Kristen Stewart's understated performance as Bella grounded the melodrama in realism, while Taylor Lautner became an overnight sensation. By releasing the sequels in rapid succession, 5 movies in just 4 years, Summit Entertainment kept the hype alive and ensured Twilight never left the public conversation. From cinemas to store shelves, Twilight's empire expands. Beyond the big screen, Twilight became a merchandising juggernaut. Posters, t-shirts, jewelry, soundtracks, and limited edition DVDs turned the franchise into a lifestyle brand. By the time Breaking Dawn, Part 2 premiered in 2012, Twilight wasn't just a box office hit, it was an economy unto itself. The films dominated pop culture conversations. Radio stations hosted ticket giveaways, retailers sold Team Edward and Team Jacob apparel, and even Halloween costumes were inspired by the saga's characters. Internet memes immortalized moments like Bella's wide-eyed expressions and Edward's glittering skin. All of this combined momentum helped the series reach its staggering $3.3 billion global total, a number that still commands respect in an era of billion-dollar franchises. The highs, the lows, and the legacy. Like any long-running series, Twilight had its moments of brilliance and plenty of cringe. The unforgettable baseball scene from the first film, set to Muse's supermassive black hole, remains one of the saga's most thrilling sequences. Meanwhile, the controversial, imprinting subplot in Breaking Dawn still divides audiences to this day. But when it came time to close the story, Breaking Dawn, Part 2 delivered a surprisingly powerful finale. The climactic battle sequence, revealed to be a prophetic vision, gave fans a shocking twist while allowing the story to end on an emotional, hopeful note. It was one of the rare times a franchise managed to outsmart its audience in the best way possible. Twilight's immortality and its future. Even now, Twilight continues to live on. Netflix's announcement of an upcoming animated reboot based on Meyer's 2020 novel Midnight Sun, which retells the saga from Edward's perspective, marks the beginning of a new chapter. Meyer herself is attached as an executive producer, with the series expected to debut in 2026. While some longtime fans remain skeptical, the reboot proves that Twilight's power endures. Its blend of love, danger, and mythic fantasy still captivates audiences, whether through nostalgia or newfound appreciation. In the end, Twilight's success wasn't about perfect filmmaking or critical acclaim. It was about connection. It captured a moment in pop culture when teenage emotion, online fandom, and supernatural fantasy collided to create something truly unforgettable. From a $401 million gamble to a $3.3 billion empire, Twilight remains untouchable, not because it was flawless, but because it dared to make millions of people believe in impossible love.